Okay, members and friends, I've never done this before. Times are getting tough, right? I bought this pressure cooker a while back. I haven't used it yet because I've never used one in my life. I'm 51. Again, it boils down to storage, right? So this is not really the jars you're supposed to be using for salmon. It's supposed to be a wide mouth, but for now I'm just going to use these because I'm just trying this out. And this pressure cooker is not really the one that I want. I want the one from the States, but this one will just have to do for now. So this is what I'm going to do. So I'll be back. Alrighty-o. I'm not really too sure what I'm doing here. Like I said, I never did this before. So far we got 12 jars. And I bought some little peppers, but I lost them. So I'm just going to, these are my ones I dehydrated. They're kind of hot. And so I'm going to put in half the jars, just a little bit of this for flavor. This is my sea salt. This is the good stuff, right? So I'm just going to put a pinch in. On each jar. Alright, just a pinch. It's about a half a teaspoon or so. And then we'll be back. Hold on. Okay, so now I'm just putting my lids on and getting them in the canner. Alright, hold on. Okay, silly me. Those jars were too tall for that. So I had to put them in smaller jars. So I took 3 jars and I broke them up into 6 smaller jars. And I think I'm going to call this one When Your World is Falling Apart, Canned Salmon. Because, you know, I'm saying to my dad here, I'm like, why am I doing this? He's just like, why? You know, I'm obviously stressed out, so hold on. Okay, people, I'm slightly nervous. I mean, look at this thing. I just started it. It got to do this for 10 minutes. I got about 5 more minutes to go. And then I put on this little doohickey thing, right? 10-pound weight. And then when it starts to jiggle vigorously, I adjust the heat. And then it's got to cook for an hour and 40 minutes at least. So this is how I deal with my pressure. I can salmon. Okay, so this thing's not jiggling. I just put it on. Why is it not moving? Okay, this is some scary shit going on in here. I'll turn it back up because it was just spitting like a... Look at that. Oh my god. You just want it to move gently. Oh, how are you supposed to turn it down gently? Bring it up. This is crazy. I'm having like a heart attack here. It's not doing anything. It's not moving. Oh, there we go. Come on, baby. That doesn't look gently. Does that look gently to you? Does that look gentle to you? Oh, what is it? It stopped. Oh, what the heck? No. I had to listen to that for an hour and a half. So what, it just goes on and off, on and off?
Yeah, it must. It must.
Huh?
Yeah, it must.
Oh, I thought this is not even jiggling, it's just spitting out steam. Here, it's doing it again. Well, it's jiggling gently. So it just goes on and off, on and off.
Yeah.
Let's see, give it another minute. I just wanted to start again. There it goes. That looks like it's jiggling gently. Alright. Well, an hour and a half later, hour and 40 minutes, we'll be back. Okay, members and friends, I haven't done this for a while. I think you can see me here. Just hold on. Yeah, I think that's a little better. I made a little pyramid. I added another tape, then I added a roll of tape, and then I added a jar lid. I haven't made one of these for a while. I'm pressure canning this salmon. I don't know why I'm doing this. I bought this canner, I don't know, 3-4 months ago. It's not the one I want, but I came across some salmon today. Two little fish for like $12. I thought, oh, this kind of fits my life, right? Under a lot of pressure. So I wanna get my canning in before I have to move, right? I was making plans to, do some canning. So before I have to pack the shit up and move, right? I thought maybe I should try a few jars. Life is pretty crappy, My daughter's not doing well. I don't know if she's going to survive, as usual. The woman that has her, the one that wanted to take her to Alberta, is some kind of like surrogate mother. I don't know what she is. She's 51. Apparently she's my age. And I don't know why my daughter, this is not the first time I've had conflict with a woman that encouraged my daughter to do drugs. Because they do drugs together, right? And I've asked her to leave, to, try and find another place. I haven't pushed her out completely, right? I've, looked in the newspaper. I've offered her the newspaper. But she just seems to be somewhat more interested in staying with this woman, because obviously if she could get better here, then she could stay here, but she's not getting better here. So, and now that she's not here, compared to when she was here, she's more at risk, right? Because the woman that she's with and the people that she's associating with don't want her to get better, right? So that's a lot of pressure for me, because I feel very guilty for saying, well, Sierra, I can't have you continuing to live here month after month under the circumstances. And there's only so many hours in a day that I can spend with my daughter and help her to do things, when ultimately a lot of these things, they have to come from her. It's not like she doesn't know where to go for daisy talks and those types of things. But it can get real burdensome for me when I'm having to, ensure every single day, at a certain time of the day, that she can get to her methadone. And even if she walks off on her own to go get her methadone, the methadone doesn't seem to be working. I'm going bankrupt. Like I said, use my canner, make a few things before I might have to move. Because that's pretty much coming down to the reality of it. I can shave off a little here and I can shave off a little there. I might be able to stabilize the house financially. Maybe. That's not going to happen for a few months. And anything can happen in a few months. The car could break down, assuming that I could even reinsure it in September when the insurance runs out. I'm behind on bills. I'm closing a couple of my credit cards. I've had it. I had cleared $40,000 in debt in the 6 years when I wasn't on welfare. In 2003, BC Liberal government forced me out of my house, cut me off welfare, had 5 dependent kids, and by 2009, I was 40 grand in debt. And I pretty much stayed like that for the last, since 2009, right? And then having my dad's wife move over, and then I was, I had no choice but to accommodate her needs, and I required bigger space, right? So now that she's not here, I'm stuck with that though. So, I'm still trying to be productive. I guess maybe that's why I'm doing this canning. No, really, the fish was cheap, and I thought, to hell with it, just do it, right? Because I've never canned before, and I'm kind of scared. Still freaking me out over there. But I've watched quite a few YouTube videos and stuff, so, it came in handy. And hopefully we'll have some nice fish. And if this works out, I'm gonna splurge, because we still have to live, right, on some sockeye salmon. I'm gonna try sockeye. And I'm gonna try the sockeye, though, with the actual wide mouth. Versus, I just grabbed the box of jars and just did it kind of fast on the fly. Didn't want to think about it, just see if we can even accomplish it first. So, grandson's not home yet. In my opinion, he's failing to thrive. I'm going to ask my lawyer to put a request in to have him returned home soon. I have to discuss that with my lawyer. So, in the meantime, I cleared off this little corner over here. I'm going to show you right now. Hold on. See this little corner? I cleared it out. Right? All the books are down here. I got a whole bunch over there. But I'm going to put all my the sociology and the psychology and all that other, and the police mandate and the social workers mandate and human rights of charters and freedoms and constitution and all that, and the criminal code and all that's what's going to all be in that corner, because I need to get the information easily and I got to log it. So this is my new logging corner here, so that I can bring out these wipeout boards and do something a little more constructive, right? Even if I'm moving, we'll do it on the fly, right? Okay, members and friends, this is where you just get back up on the bandwagon. Jump back up on the horse. See this corner over here? I'm going to clear it out, and I'm going to put other things in there. Things that I am going to use quite frequently. So I just wanted to point that out. You'll see that this will change. Hold on. Okay, so I turned off the heat like 3 minutes before I was supposed to. One book said 100 minutes, like 1 hour and 40 minutes. Another one said 1 hour and 50 minutes. But I don't know, this thing started to sound different. So I got paranoid and started to think that maybe the water burnt out at the bottom of the pan. So obviously we won't know until we open it up, right? So it's been off for about 3 minutes, and it's shutting down. It's not steaming like it was, that's for sure. It's gonna blow its top here in a minute, but it's definitely cooling down now. It's hissing. It's supposed to hiss. So from the time you turn it off, the heat, within 4 minutes, the steam venting out of it really does just kind of slow right down. So I don't know whether there's water in there or not, though. We'll find out later. So now it's quiet, just sitting there peacefully. There's those little peppers I found. I lost them in a bag. It's too late now, but anyway. So I'm just gonna, it's late. I'm taking my dad to the ferry tomorrow with my daughter. So I gotta get up early in the morning, so this is just gonna stay like this all night. Okay, members and friends, there was a bit of water in there, so I panicked for nothing last night. But that's okay, because it was cooking about 3 minutes or so, 4 minutes before I actually started to do the count on terms of time, right? So it was 140 minutes, like 1 hour and 40 minutes. So that's 100 minutes, right? 60 and 40. So there's my cans, pink salmon. It works out to about, I would say, like 2 cans, right? 2 cans per jar, approximately. Give or take, right? And we've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 jars. These ones are a little smaller, right? And it wasn't so bad. Next I want to do some sockeye salmon, so when I have some money and if I see something on sale, I'll try sockeye, but I'm going to buy the wide mouth. I have them somewhere around the house. I have to find them because I've been collecting jars for years, but I don't know how many of them I have, so I'll probably just buy like a case of jars. And so anyway, under pressure, right? This is how I deal with my pressure.